session for others too.
Okay.
So we are talking about feeling emotionally abandoned, right? That's the
Yes.
topic,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what is the reality. People say, oh, if there's a problem, it's a problem with you. A essentially says the same thing. Many other groups also say the same thing.
Yeah.
But the theme, what is going on in you for the past 2 months is that you are coming across a situation where your house was stable for 12 years. How long were you?
10 years.
10 years. And
Yes.
suddenly this new person came, take over.
Yes.
And then you are displaced from your original place of stay.
Yes.
Even though you were paying your income,
Right.
the income became inconsistent. The paycheck was varying.
Right.
And then you got or you chose to leave or they chose to let you go.
They evicted me.
They evicted you, and then you went to your grandfather's,
Yes.
and then your aunt is picking up a fight because she doesn't treat the father right. When you voice your opinion, she wants you to get out.
Right.
Again, you feel abandoned, right?
Yeah. She's not even by blood. She's by marriage. Mind you. By
So
marriage.
her son, his son's wife.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through something similar this weekend. Actually, I work with a spiritual group.
Okay.
And the spiritual group, interestingly, anytime you bring up a conversation, they'll say it's your incompletion. That's the word they use.
Okay.
And I haven't understood. See, sometimes people speak differently than me, and their vocabulary is so different. I have no idea what the heck they are saying.
Right. Right.
But one thing I know is it's not the word; it's how they make me feel inside.
Right.
I feel hurt,
Yes.
and when I tell them I have hurt, they
Yes.
said it's your problem.
Right.
Go fix it.
Right.
But they don't give you tools.
Right. Exactly.
So then,
Right.
I was working with this guy who's spiritually really very nice guy.
Yes.
He is working with this same spiritual group.
Okay.
He decided to abandon everything and do 100% integrated with the spiritual group, how they asked for it.
Okay.
His family is feeling abandoned for 5 years. And I'm telling him, I said, there is a problem.
Right.
He says, no, my life commitment is to go work with the spiritual group. I'm doing everything, and they need to catch up with me. But his wife doesn't want to talk to him. His 18-year-old kid wants nothing to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
And his 20-year-old daughter, first time she came to Boston, the wife wanted his support so he can go settle her in an apartment.
Okay.
And he refuses
Oh.
to go and keep her settled here. She came all the way from Philadelphia.
Okay.
So the wife came and settled.
Okay.
And he lost his job because he went for a 3-month vacation to do a retreat with this group.
Oh.
So came back,
Okay.
and of all the miraculous place, he gets a job in Boston.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Stop
because
it.
the teacher, right?
Yes.
When he asked, he says, where can I look for a job? He was so excited. He says, he calls me because we met in the conference.
Right.
So he says, oh, guess what? Our teacher said for me to come to Massachusetts. So he came and he interviewed.
Oh, okay.
So he gets a job here,
Okay.
and he wants to stay with his daughter,
Oh.
who he didn't help.
Oh.
He doesn't even dawn on him.
Right.
And,
Right. Yeah.
and
Oh, no.
his wife called and said, get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he suddenly had to get out, and he calls me in emergency. I worked the whole weekend, okay?
Right.
And I tell him specifically, the key is in a rock,
Yeah.
and you need to go find it. It's a
Okay.
hider rock.
Okay.
And he decides to go there by 10 o'clock at night and gropes around, the building. And my tenant called the police.
Oh,
And the police showed up.
No way. Oh my goodness.
And then he somehow is bent on doing this workshop, the free webinar.
Yes.
And I didn't even plan anything because I was working.
Right.
So I
right.
said, okay, run the webinar. I said, I'll give you the space, see if finally figured out how to open the door. And
Right.
another member from the same group had to get involved from Salem. She was on the phone.
Yes.
My tenant calls me and says, he pretended he was your husband. I was so mad he lied to me. And that's why I threw him out.
Goodness.
But I have no idea what my tenant is hearing,
No way, that's
It's like
just
delusion
wonderful.
after delusion
Yes.
after delusion. So that this guy says, oh, I never said anything like that. I have no idea how people talk to each other.
Right.
So maybe he said she gave me permission
Okay.
And I don't know whether that came across as I'm her husband. I have no idea.
Right.
But anyway,
Right.
but thank God he was on the phone with the other girl. She verified. He
Right.
didn't say that.
Okay.
So then afterwards, the police came and checked out, and they left.
Yes.
And then he decides, so he calls me. He's all happy and stuff, and we couldn't figure out the internet part because the internet router comes from the upstairs.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my.
So then he decides to go back all the way to the meeting place in his daughter's apartment, just to
Okay.
conduct the meeting.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a space to stay. Okay.
Right.
So I'm trying very hard to figure out from all these local support groups.
Okay.
And the main thing they told me was, actually I got permission from my teacher to run the program.
Oh. Okay.
But I don't know. See, they haven't sent me an email saying I'm okay.
Okay.
Even though he gave his word. He said, I am going to restore your connection immediately.
Okay.
But I'm on a timeout because I voiced my opinion very loud.
Okay.
And that is a bother for them. Just like how you when you speak up, you do stir emotions,
Right.
which is not okay.
Right.
So then I write email after email after
Right.
email, and nobody answers.
Oh.
And I finally bring it up to the next level in New York. There is another support guy.
Right.
I'm calling him, and he says, "You have been a weasel. You're trying to be manipulating, and you're trying to do your own work." And I'm saying, I spoke to our teacher. He says, "Oh, that's nothing special. Everybody speaks to him. Everybody gets a chance to do this once you pay him money." I'm saying, finally, right? I cried in the hospital.
Yeah.
I have never been
So.
spoken to like this.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I don't understand what gives them the authority to
Be
speak
so nasty.
down.
yeah.
No, speak down and expect you to bounce back again and keep
Right.
like a puppy running after them,
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And that's exactly where you
Right.
were at, right?
Yes.
So then I asked this guy, I said, okay, let's pay a little bit more money, because each time you pay money, you get privileges.
Okay.
So I said, let's pay more money
Right.
and we'll share the cost, and you run the program, because this guy is so devoted. He already gathered 4 people to come for his meeting, even though he doesn't even have a permission to run it.
Oh my goodness.
I felt so bad, and I said, okay, I'm going to somehow try to fix him.
Okay.
Then I asked him, hey, where do you go for the Father's Day?
Right.
And this was Saturday night, he's hosting the meeting. His daughter is upstairs in the same building.
Oh,
And he says, I choose not to spend time with her. I said, what?
you're crazy. Oh my god.
He says, I am dedicating my life to my teacher. And I told him, can you
should have
give
thought
me
about that
no.
before you had children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually told him, can you connect me with your daughter so I will speak to her? So she comes on the phone, and she's choked up with the emotion. She says, I hate this group.
Oh my goodness.
I said, you know what? I don't blame
Oh
you.
my goodness.
I said, I would do exactly that.
Seriously.
So I said to her, just like working with drug addicts, narcissistic behavior, I said, I'm seeing a spiritual addiction who are very narcissistic.
Mhm.
They don't take accountability. And when I call him, he says, oh, I saved up all the money for them, so they have the money. But I said, you're emotionally abandoning them. And I said, at
that's-
what point do you think it's okay?
Right.
And
Exactly.
it's spiritual narcissism.
Yes.
And that's exactly where I'm at now. They,
Right.
like, I cried,
Yeah.
even though I have no connection.
Right.
And this group, I just went
Right.
for a meeting in December. I don't even know
yes.
them.
You don't even know.
And like,
them.
so my relationship with them is like essentially 5 months.
Right.
And I have a timeout now, and I have paid so far all the money,
Okay.
and still I'm crying because people talk to me a certain way.
Right.
And still I'm on timeout. I'm still trying to figure out how to fix this.
Yes.
And still I'm following the teaching.
Mhm.
And I said, God, give me a break. Like,
Yeah.
where does this end?
Right.
But what I learned is astrologically, there is a space called shadow space. We are
Okay.
coming across a shadow space where the head of the snake is cut off, they say. It's called
Okay.
Rahu. It's a planet.
Okay.
Only tail is available. The head of the place is where we gather our karma. So this is the space we are holding.
Okay.
And because we are gathering karma, the way it works is, this is the breakthrough moment in your life. Either You can give up or expand.
Okay.
So what God is telling me indirectly is use and let go of things that's not working. Move forward with things that work.
Right.
So we have like a huge border in our plate,
Right.
and we need to get rid of things that is not good
Right.
and set and get a new way of working. That's what I am at,
Okay.
and that's exactly where you're at too.
Right.
Like this transition happened in May.
Okay.
Many people's life is shifting,
Right.
but that doesn't mean we give up.
Right.
We just need to understand what our priorities are. And like my priority is to be the support, because what happened, my priest then called me locally and he says, you know what, I came across 5 kids who go to MIT, they committed suicide. And I said, why? And he says, for some reason, in spite of being successful, they are not able to handle this emotional abandonment. And he says, I want to give them tools to build themselves. It's all coming together, like for me.
Right.
So it's like your angle, my angle. And I
Right.
could see this girl. And I was telling her, I said, your dad is spiritually narcissistic.
Right.
And just like a drug addict, you need to work with him,
Right.
And I said, this is where he's at.
Yeah.
He has decided he's going to do that.
Right.
But I'm going to work with you.
Yeah.
And I said, let's regroup. Let's meet at the temple. And I said, we'll do a positive anonymous program. We'll do a support group. And through you, you can chairhead this young adult group who feel emotionally so pained by their parents' behavior.
Right.
And I wouldn't blame his wife either.
Right.
Like suddenly expecting her to pitch up everything. So now she's the breadwinner. Now she's the caretaker. And now she is doing everything for the family. While he keeps going back and again and again doing retreats. And he believes his teacher will take care of him. And where? For the past 1 week, he got called by the police. He was so cute.
Yeah.
But he still is running.
Right.
I asked him, if you had put in all that energy to even support your wife, 1%, your family will be together.
Right.
But he doesn't get it. He says, no, my life path is this, and I don't want to hear it. That's what he said.
You can't help other people until
and he has 20 million followers. I said, why are you helping him? Well, your family has only 3.
Seriously. Go. Oh my God, that's so funny.
So what I'm saying is that's what is happening.
Okay.
So knowing that from different angle it's happening. It's not just you, it's not just me.
Right.
And I'm seeing this is the emotion. And is it worth living for? Yes. Is it worth dying for? Like those kids? No.
Right.
What you need is you need to be there for your daughter. Right? That's number one.
Right.
You need to be there for you because you have an inner child.
Yes.
I don't want you to feel tearful.
Right.
Because it's not okay. ESS says if domestic violence, number one rule is if you cry, you show weakness to another person.
Right.
And they would you lose custody.
Right.
Like think of it that way.
Yes.
So you lose custody of your inner child, you'll end up in a psychiatric facility. Right. Okay? Think of it like that.
Exactly.
You don't want a foster home for your inner child, right?
No.
So you need to retrieve your inner child.
Okay.
So let's work on that. So if you want, I will give you a prayer thread if that helps you.
Sure.
For this week.
Definitely.
And you are going to resolve to bring your inner child back. Next time when I see you, you're going to have a huge smile on your face.
Okay.
And even if it takes a lot of money, get your own apartment. It's okay. It's not worth living with your grandfather.
No.
He can take care of himself.
No.
And your aunt, she can do whatever trick she wants.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah. But
And
God sees all.
And I feel this is my blessing to you until you find a space to stay.
Oh.
And you can either wear it in the hand or leg. And I feel like, just keep it simple. Don't make it so painful that you cannot process this. My son, right? My eldest one, he loves me so much. So when I cried, telling him I got a time on, he says, I will never ever follow this girl who made you cry. He was so sweet. And my middle one, he said, I was sharing some of my spiritual experience. He says, I have no interest in hearing about your spiritual experience anymore. My husband says, don't talk to us on the, like we were going for a movie, I was sharing my experience.
Okay.
He says, meditate. So I actually went to the movie.
Okay.
Mummy written that Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
movie, I closed my eyes and meditated.
No, you're so funny. Okay, I'll meditate. Thank you. You guys can watch the movie and I'll meditate. Thank
But
you
what
so
I'm
much.
saying is we are crazy and dysfunctional. But
Yes.
like I don't know what the right thing to do is because
Right.
like I remember
Yes.
this is the last piece I want to say before I close.
Okay.
When I was a child, my mom we have to walk 5 miles to go to the school. It's a
Okay.
very long walk.
Wow. Yes.
So we were very poor.
Right.
So my mom wanted me to go to like a school run by nuns, like just like here, Montessori, right?
Right.
And their goal was to educate me, even though they were poor.
Right.
So she'll walk all the way, pick up my school bag, and she'll come back.
That's
So I was walking behind her, and there was this guy who was blowing that music, so the snake will come out and it will dance.
Oh, okay, yes.
So I was curious, and I got into the crowd instead of following my mom, which was my job.
Right.
But that guy said, whoever is in this group, if you move, you're going to split, vomit, and die. Blood vomit. He says you'll spill blood and die.
Okay.
And I believed him because I
Right.
felt as a child, I
Yeah,
really
you
believed
believe
what he-
that. Yeah.
So my mom went home and she couldn't see me, and she was furious. When I came home, she beat and she actually burned my skin.
Oh no.
And then she asked me, "Why did you not follow me?" And I said, "Mom, this guy said I cannot move." And everybody, after 1 hour, the show finished,
Right.
and he expected money from me. And I told him, "I don't have any money." He says, "Get out of here."
You're a little kid.
So he says, "Get out of here." But I said, "You told me I'll spill blood or die." He says, "Get out of here. Get out of my face." So I feel
Oh my goodness.
that's the same thing that's repeating. I am working with a guy who is a snake,
Okay.
and I feel spellbound.
Yes.
And finally, I am at a space. I'm saying the show is over.
Yes.
Either I can get out. I wrote the last letter to him today. I said,
Okay.
"This is my final straw." And I
Yes.
said,
Yeah.
either you release me,
Right.
I never need to look back.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Or if we are going to let's do a support group. But I feel I really am reaching the snake guy again. Like,
Okay.
I'm
Right.
getting bound by rules which doesn't work for me.
Right.
And I'm not able to say things.
That you.
And people treat me as though I'm a family member and speak to me in a way nobody in this world speaks.
Right. Right.
And hold me in a spot that's very painful and
Yes.
expect me to bounce back and show that I'm complete as a saint.
Yeah.
But I never took a sainthood when I went to this group. I mean, I asked for a saint to follow, model, who
Right.
is in family, not who wasn't even a family.
Okay.
The sainthood I asked for, I want to be ordained, is a person who held her husband and her children together, and she raised them. So I want to raise my kids. I don't want to give up and go and join this group.
Right.
But if that's not okay, I'm good too.
Yeah.
I want to live my life.
Yeah. Of course.
But that's exactly where you are at too.
Yeah.
You don't need to give your soul to your grandfather. You don't need to give your children away. And
Right.
you don't need your aunt to rule you.
Right.
And get out of that snake space.
Yes. I'm definitely in the snake space. That's for sure.
You're not going to spill blood. You're not going to.
I can't move.
I know. Get out. Get out. You're dismissed.
Yes. Thank you. Thank